So Muhammad Mokaev is fighting Manil Kape this weekend for UFC 304. I thought I'd cover just about every fight for UFC 304, but I forgot this one. And it'll be a good one. So here are my thoughts. So, spoiler alert, this fight's going to be fucking boring. Manil Kape, he's a good fighter. I kind of had to put the tear shit on his face for this thumbnail because he hasn't been very dependable as of late. I think he's pulled out twice already out of his recent fights. It's just kind of been weird, man. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good fighter. He's got good striking. He's aggressive in the way he fights, which it can serve a fighter really well. That being said, I feel like Mokaev is an entirely different animal in the sense that he loves to grapple and really just fight on the ground for that matter. So, yeah, I mean, this fight's probably going to be boring. I think Mokaev is going to get whatever takedown he wants. I think he's going to try to mix up a little bit of striking, but I think his whole offensive game plan is going to be entirely reliant on takedowns and control time. And this fight, I think, will almost definitely reach a decision, and I think it's going to be a 50-45 in favor of Muhammad Mokaev via control time. I think Kape's going to be aggressive, but I don't think he'll be aggressive enough to keep Mokaev from taking him down, as well as keeping Mokaev from collecting too much control time to get a unanimous decision. So, I don't really think Manil Kape has the level of striking needed to put Mokaev out, or even just, beat him up for all of the rounds, or even, just to keep Mokaev at bay from shooting takedowns at least. I don't think Kape's going to do any of that. I have respect for Manil Kape. If you haven't fucking guessed already, I have respect for him because I liked how aggressive he was when he fought that upcoming Brazilian star. I forget his name, but he was said to be really good. This was a fight that was pretty long ago, and I should have looked it up before making this video, but here I am talking about it. Nevertheless, I'm here to give you guys my prediction and a little brief cover-up about this potential matchup. But, I'm on here to say that Muhammad Mokaev is going to do essentially what he did in his last fight. He's going to shoot a lot of takedowns. He may get in a little bit of trouble on the feet with a man like Manil Kape, but I don't think Manil Kape has the striking IQ or power to finish him. Kape is aggressive, don't get me wrong, but I think that Mokaev will be able to somehow evade, whatever Manil Kape sends his way. Because I feel like, all these grappling fighters in the UFC who, do their best to collect enough control time and always bring the fight to the ground, they always seem to win. We see it with Arman Tsoukakian and Charles Oliveira. I mean, if they have semi-decent striking, they're able to mix it in and get solid takedowns. And then because their grappling is so good, they're just able to keep the fucking fight on the ground, set in some hooks, maybe take the back, and just stay there for however much time is left in each round. It's boring, but it sadly is where the fight game is headed in terms of MMA. So we might as well all get used to it and try to find some entertainment in it in terms of hand fighting and near submissions and shit like that to kind of keep us entertained and occupied while we watch two grown men wrestle and rub all types of body parts for a long amount of time. But yeah, I think this will still be a boring fight, but I want to let you know that I feel like Mokaev is a lock for this fight. So for you betting men out there, or guys who are just generally interested in this fight, I feel like, you know, Mokaev's going to pull this one out. He's on the rise, and he just might likely make flyweight boring. He will be able to bring that boring grappler style to many fights in lightweight, and he may just get the belt and beat Alessandro Pantoja via decision with a fuck ton of control time. So we'll see. That's my quick take on Mohamed Mokaev versus Manil Kape this weekend. It's on the early prelims, but it's a fight that I still feel is notable just because of the two fighters on it. One being a rising star and one being a pretty exciting fighter in Manil Kape. Not exciting in terms of him being on the come up, but exciting in terms of him in the press conference, what he had with Israel Adesanya, that little beef he had, and his aggressiveness in the cage. So we'll see this weekend. What do you think? Also, it's my birthday, and I share the same birthday as Israel Adesanya, and I'm very proud of that. That's actually fucking sick.